Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Today I am going to deliver a lesson for class 11th, subject zoology. My today's topic is the blood vascular system or the circulatory system of frog. Now, so far the circulatory system of frog is concerned, it is composed of three main components. Number one is the heart, number second, the blood, and third, the blood vessels. Now, first of all, we will understand about the heart. As you already know, heart is basically a muscular pumping organ. And in case of frog, the heart is neurogenic heart. That means the stimulus for the contraction of the heart generates from the nervous system, which is against the heart of the mammals, while the heart is myogenic. That means the stimulus for the contraction of the heart generates within the cardiac muscle itself. For instance, in the sinoauricular node, which is also called the pacemaker of the heart. Thus, you must remember that the heart of the frog is neurogenic because the stimulus for the contraction is generated within the nervous system. The next most important about the heart of the frog is that the heart in case of amphibians is three-chambered. That is, it consists of two auricles, the right auricle, the left auricle, and a single ventricle. Now, attached to the right auricle is an accessory chamber called the sinus venosus. In fact, blood, the deoxygenated blood which is received by the heart gets filled into the sinus venosus first. This sinus venosus is well developed in fishes, and in amphibians it gets reduced to some extent. In reptiles it gradually gets more reduced, and up in the birds and mammals it is almost merged into the right auricle. Now, another point which you must understand, that heart of the frog is a double circulation heart. That means the blood that enters into the heart, before supplying to the body, it circulates twice through the heart. For example, the blood is received, the oxygenated blood is received through the sinus venosus into the right auricle and enters into the ventricle. From the ventricle, it is pumped out through the pulmonary arteries for oxygenation. The oxygenated blood is then received into the left auricle, and again it enters into the heart for the second time, and after this the heart is pumped out through this systemic aorta to supply all parts of the body. Thus, we can see that blood enters the heart two times before supplying to the body. This type of heart is called a double circulation heart. Now, the next point which we have to study about is the blood. Now, the blood of the frog is composed of plasma and cells. Plasma is the liquid part of this blood, and the cells are divided into three types. That is, number one, RBC, the red blood cells or erythrocytes. The second type of blood cell is WBC, white blood cell or leukocyte, and the third type is called as platelet or thrombocyte. Now, one important thing which you must remember, that RBCs in case of amphibians are always nucleated, whereas in case of mammals, the RBCs, the mature RBCs, are non-nucleated. This is a very important point so far your examination is concerned. This question is asked often in the examinations. And you must remember that the red blood cells are nucleated in case of amphibians. Now you can once again see that this heart actually supplies mixed blood to the body, because there is mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Here in this case, right auricle, the blood is deoxygenated and shown by these blue dots, and in the left auricle, the blood received is oxygenated blood, which in fact comes from the lungs and also from the skin, because you must remember that in case of frogs, the respiration is of two types, that is pulmonary respiration through lungs and also cutaneous respiration through skin. So this oxygenated blood is in fact received from the lungs as well as from the skin, and here there is mixing of this blood, the oxygenated blood from the right auricle and oxygenated blood from the left auricle. Both these oxygenated and deoxygenated blood get mixed in the single ventricle, and it is this mixed blood which is in fact supplied to the body. Thus, this type of heart which supplies mixed blood to the heart is also known as arteriovenous heart, as in case of frogs. Now, we must understand about the third component, that is the blood vessels. The blood vessels in frog are arteries, veins, and very small blood vessels known as capillaries. And you can also see that the blood is contained within the heart and blood vessels, so the circulation is of closed type circulation. Now, the arteries. Arteries are the blood vessels which in fact supply oxygenated blood to all parts of the body through an organized system known as the arterial system. Similarly, so far the veins are concerned, these veins receive deoxygenated blood from the different parts of the body, again through a well organized system of blood vessels known as venous system. Now there are two special venous connections in case of frog. Number one is hepatic portal system. Hepatic portal system is in fact a special venous connection between the liver and intestines. And the second special venous connection is the renal portal system, which is a connection between the blood vessels of the kidney and the lower parts of the body. Thus, this is all about the circulatory system of frog. In our next topic, we will understand about the excretory system of the frog. Until then, goodbye.